Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Babygirl, and this is a new erotic thriller coming to you from writer-director Helena Rajan, and who previously directed Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And this is another A24 film that takes a look at Romy, played by Nicole Kidman, a powerful CEO who is, that prototypical, she is the idol of many of women in business, as she is a very powerful, resourceful, and successful CEO of this logistics and supply chain company. But it's when this young man, one of the interns played by Harris Dickinson, soon develops this connection with her that is really pulling upon her sexual fantasies and desires that are unfulfilled in her marriage to Antonio Banderas's Jacob, where things become complicated. And through this dynamic that she develops with Dickinson's character, she explores these sexual desires that she has never done in her life. And this film navigates sexuality in a very interesting, engaging, and poignant way in terms of looking at her having these desires that she wants to explore, but there's a level of shame with somebody who knows you so intimately, like a partner. And that's where that disconnect happens with her and her husband. And here you find it through this young man, and also in her context of being a CEO. She has to be on it all the time. She has to be in control all the time. She cannot afford to lose control, because that will show that she's not capable. And that's the baggage, that is the weight that she carries on her shoulders. But through this relationship, she's able to explore not being in control and being told what to do. And that level of her desires and this sexual level, as well with this metaphor of obedience and a dog motif that it's used throughout the film. And you really explore these elements in a very poignant, very raw, and very authentic way. There's an intensity in terms of how Rajan is able to express these scenes of sexuality, and the score in particular is thumping. It's bombastic. It's Cristobal Tapia de Veer, who does the score here, captures something very like, there's the and how it utilizes this heavy breathing and connecting back to the sexuality of it all and just building these layers. Jasper Wolf, who's a cinematographer, this is a gorgeous, sleek looking film. This is erotic. It is lustful. It explores sexuality in a very intense way. This film does not shy away from showing scenes where they really explore this, and there's a complexity here. Nicole Kidman delivers a powerful performance. When she is in control, you feel it. When she is lusting for something, you feel it. When she is vulnerable and allowing herself to open up and be controlled, you feel it. And there's just all of these layers and complexities to this character, and there's moments where you feel the confidence, you feel everything that she's bringing to the table, and then on a lower level of herself, feeling that desire. And there's something powerful about her performance. Dickinson, I think his character Samuel, there was a lot more that could have been done with this character in terms of adding depth and characterization. But for this film to accomplish what it's bare bones trying to accomplish, I think they really just explore him as this force that penetrates into Romy's life. And Dickinson is eccentric and adds these layers and these tics, these decisions as an actor that makes this character so enigmatic and mysterious, and that adds layers to this dynamic. I think Banderas is fantastic in a supporting role, where he has moments where he gets to be sexual and also very vulnerable. And, you know, there's not a lot to the husband character in this film, as many films lean into that cliche that, like, it's either, like, a perfect kind of husband that's hurt so badly by this, or an unfaithful husband who it just reinforces and justifies what our protagonist is doing in the film. And it certainly takes one of those two approaches, and one that I think I liked and clicked better with. But, you know, there's not much to this character, but I think Banderas adds a lot of emotion, and he's an incredible actor and is able to do that. And there's two other supporting performances that really stand out in this film. You have Sophie Wilde, who plays Esme, who's basically Nicole Kidman's, like, right-hand woman, who's desperately trying to move up in the world and idolizes Rami. And there's that dynamic, and there soon becomes this expectation and this pressure that puts on Rami to have to be up on this pedestal, to be somebody idolized by someone like Esme. And Wilde is very charismatic and charming in this role. And then you have Esther McGregor, who plays Isabel, one of their daughters. And I thought she did a fantastic job, and how she fits into this story adds layers and complexity to what Nicole Kidman's character Romy is going through in this story as well. There's elements of this film that do really hit. There's others that feel a little undercooked. But overall, I think it accomplishes what it wants thematically, what it wants to do atmospherically, and from a cinematic standpoint. It is incredibly well put together. It is thrilling. It is erotic. It's intense. And it's able to hit all those things. Some of the characters are not as compelling or fleshed out as they could have been, which could have added even more layers to this narrative. But what this is able to accomplish is impactful, and still leaves you reeling and thinking, and is quite thought-provoking. But those are my thoughts on Babygirl. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.